Hey everybody, it is time for a little coffee talk with Hawk. Today is a huge topic and I have to start it with a disclaimer. You see my disclaimer above. This is for those who are financially responsible with their money. If you are not good at managing your money and be honest with yourself, then hear this advice, but think twice. I don't want anybody losing their homes, but I have to talk about this because escrow shortfalls are becoming an absolute nightmare for people. So I want to talk about how to take control and own your own escrow. Start paying your own bills. Quit giving mortgage lenders all your money on a monthly basis and letting them hold on to it and make millions and millions of dollars in interest. Think about the millions and millions of homeowners that are every month sending their homeowners insurance and their property taxes in a monthly payment called escrow to the lenders. They are sitting on millions and billions of dollars of everybody's money when you should be sitting on that and earning interest and owning your own escrow account. I go back to my disclaimer. This is for those who are responsible with their money. Do not do this if you're not. Do not do this if you're not. But I want to show you a couple of things. On a typical mortgage statement, okay? You'll see this information right here. Let me grab my little pointer. High tech. You'll always see on your mortgage statement, you'll always see when you're making a mortgage payment, how much is going to principal, how much is going to interest, and then how much is going to escrow. And they rarely itemize it between homeowners insurance and property taxes. It's typically just a flat number, $350. This is just an example of a mortgage statement. Some people are way more than that. Some people are less than that. But this is a combination of your homeowner's insurance broken down to a monthly payment and your property taxes broken down to a monthly payment. And on many of these bills, I know a lot of people don't like Mr. Cooper. They're a loan servicer, but they have a pretty good breakout on their statements. And they'll even let you know what's sitting in your escrow account balance. Some lenders do, some lenders don't. But they'll let you know how much is in your balance, how much you are paying out this month into the escrow account, how much has been paid year to date. And I will tell you, taxes go up every single year. And homeowners that are paying their escrows to the lenders, for the most part, and I'm going to say the vast majority, do not pay attention to the tax bills when they come in the mail. You know, the ones that say this is not a bill and it lets you know where your taxes are going? Most people don't pay attention because they're like, out of sight, out of mind. I pay it in with my mortgage payment. I don't see it. It doesn't matter. My lender takes care of it. I'm all good until you end up with a shortfall in taxes because you're not sending in enough. Now, I am going to show you how to take ownership of your own escrow account. Now, before I give you the step-by-step on what to do to get your escrows back to yourself, I want to show you a website called BSA, right, for property taxes, BSA Online. And this is a great site, and it has almost every single township in here. I'm using my home township of Orion Township. It's bsaonline.com. You can register. You can see I have an account set up for me. I've been paying my own insurance and taxes for at least the last, 10, 11 years now. But you can see here, if I sign off, there's an option where you can register, and you'll register your information, you'll register your address. So I have access. Actually, it's public information. We have access to a lot of people's information, home addresses, taxes, things like that. But you'll see here that when I log into my account, and I'm making this large enough so hopefully you can see it, this is where you take ownership of your taxes. Now, I will have to put in here, my address starts with 701, and I'm going to click on search, and you will see a whole bunch of addresses come up. I'll just click on mine right here, 701 Buckhorn Drive. That's where I live. Everybody knows. I'll click on this data, and when I go down here, here are my property taxes, and here's are all the years, okay? Very few people pay attention to this. I can load more years. I can go all the way back to the 1990s and see the property tax history. But what's ironic is this is where you can keep track and say, look at where the taxes were and look where they are today. Summer taxes back in 2014 were $16.99 for the summer tax bill. Go forward 10 years, they're now $22.95 for my summer tax bill. Okay. And no, this is not overdue. I have paid my winter taxes. I just happened to that one I put in the mail, the snail mail. I don't know why I ever did that. And it was a little bit past the 14th of February. It got received a little bit late. And so it highlighted over here, but it is paid. Trust me, it's paid. But you can see the history. And what's cool is that you can pay your taxes right through this site. If this wasn't paid, there would be a little button that says pay now. And you can pay by e-check, and it only costs 85 cents for up to $10,000. It's an 85-cent electronic fee. Why drive to the township to drop off your check? Why put it in the mail and run the risk of this nonsense of it being accepted late? Past the end of the month, so they had to post it a little bit differently, but it is paid. But you have total control over your taxes here and can pay them online. You can pay your homeowner's insurance, and in most cases, you could probably set that up to pay it on a monthly basis or just continue to pay it and renew it annually like your lenders do. But here's the thing. How do we do this? How do we take ownership of our own escrow account? This is what you do. I want to show you a little bit of a plan here. But this BSA online website, you can pull up any municipality up here. You would just go to the municipality. You could put in Holly Township, Oakland County, Village of Lake Orion, Tuscola County, Tuscola Township, Village. You can find whatever township you're in. You should be able to find the majority of them on this site and get access to your own property information and your own taxes. And what's cool is that typically everybody has a winter bill and a summer tax bill. People that live in a village also have a village tax bill that comes out. But for the most people, it's a winter and a summer tax bill. These are 4 dates you need to remember, and you should put these dates, if you're going to take ownership of your own escrow account, you should put these dates as reminders in your phone, okay? The summer tax bills come out July 1st. On July 1st, you will see the amount of your summer taxes on BSA Online. It will show up right then and there. You can start making payments toward your taxes at that time. You can make partial payments all electronically right through the site if you choose to do so, or you can wait until they're due, which the final due date is September 14th. Very important date. Summer tax bills come out July 1st, and they're due any time between July 1st and September 14th. There is a tax lien on your property from the moment that tax bill comes out. The winter tax bills come out December 1st, and they are payable anytime between December 1st and February 14th. So those are 4 days you should put in your reminders on your phone or write it on your calendar, however you choose to remember things. July 1st, September 14th, December 1st, February 14th. Bill comes out, bill's due. Bill comes out, bill is due. Now, how do we do this? Okay, how do I make sure that I can do my own savings plan and have the money ready when it is due? So I've laid out a little bit of a plan here. Here's what you do. If you've owned a home, but if you're a first-time home buyer, the majority of lenders are not going to let you pay your own escrows. It will be mandatory that you hold an escrow account with the lender. But if you've owned more than one home and you are seasoned and you're responsible with your money, you can absolutely request to waive escrows and pay them on your own. And I've very rarely have I seen anybody turn down or denied the request to do that, as long as, again, you've owned a home before, you show financial responsibility on your credit report, and there's not much of a risk that you're going to default on the taxes, because a tax lien will take precedence over a mortgage lien. So the lenders are going to make sure that you're responsible to be able to do that. But here is what you would do. Let me grab this little pointer here. Own your own escrow account. Contact your lender. If you're still paying escrows into your lender, contact your lender. Tell them you want to own your own escrows. You want to remove that from your monthly payment, and you will pay your homeowner's insurance and your taxes when they come due on your own. Ask them for a form. Typically, they'll send you a form for you to fill out. You'll probably have to print it out, ink sign it, send it back however they want you to send it back. It could be email, it could be fax, it could be snail mail. I'm not 100% sure. All lenders might be a little bit different. So ask them for that form, fill that form out, send it in. They will get back to you with a decision. If you're responsible with your money, more than likely there will be no problem, and they will relinquish. They may wait until the next tax cycle is due. They may not. I don't know those decisions. I don't make those decisions. But here's what you do. You take your annual homeowner's insurance bill, whatever it is, and you take all of your annual tax bills, your summer, your winter, if you have a village, your village, anywhere that you live, whatever all of your total tax bills combined are, you add them all up. And you add that to your annual homeowner's insurance for a total number, and you divide it by 12 months. So in this example, let's say your homeowner's insurance is $1,200 a year, and your property taxes are $2,800 a year for all taxes, all in, everything. You add that together, you have $4,000 annually, you divide it by 12, it comes out to actually $333.33. Let's round up, call it $350 if you want, but $334 a month. Instead of sending that $334 a month to the lender to hold with everybody else's money in a big old savings account and earn interest on everybody's money, why don't you do that for yourself? Set that money aside every month into your own high interest earning, high yield savings account, or maybe even a money market. Anything that where your money is always liquid so you can pull it out when you need to without any penalties. If you need to, ask your financial advisor, what's the best account, or go to your banker that you trust. What is the best account that's going to earn me the most, considering these are short-term savings? You're going to put money in, you're going to take money out. You're going to keep putting money in, you're going to take money out when the bills come due. And basically, if you have a summer tax bill, a winter tax bill, and one annual homeowner's bill, there's going to be 3 times in the year that you're going to have a bill due. So you want to make sure you have enough money in that account to pay those bills when they come due. So that's why this is a non-negotiable. You need to treat this like a bill. So don't just say, well, I'll just lower my house payment down to just the principal and interest and just let the money sit in my checking account, and then I'll have it when it's ready. Because you know what's going to happen? That Dave Ramsey emergency fund that everybody tells you to save up, you're going to have an emergency and you're going to go and spend that money. And then this is where you get into trouble. Now you can't afford your tax bill when it comes due. Now you have tax problems. This is why I say don't do this if you're not responsible with your money. But if you are, why do you not own your own escrow account? Make it an auto deduct. Treat it like a bill because it is a bill. Have it auto deduct that portion. In this example, $334. Whatever your monthly amount is, have it auto deduct just like a bill and transfer into an account you don't look at, you don't see, you don't touch. This savings account, this money market account, whatever it is. And then I gave you the dates when the tax bills come due. Summer taxes between July and September, July 1st and September 14th. You can pay it at any time. Winter tax bill between December 1st and February 14th. You can pay it at any time during that time period. So that's when those bills are due. Let's say your homeowner's insurance renews in March. Every March, you're going to take a chunk and pay that 1 year. If it helps you, you can break that down into a monthly payment and auto deduct monthly payment. Now the only thing you're saving for is your taxes, because you can't pay taxes on a monthly basis. You have to let it accumulate and then pay it when that tax bill comes due. But this is the process, how to own your own escrow account, make some interest money on your own money. And another reason this is very important, lenders make mistakes. I had a client I did a refinance for almost 3 years ago. She called me and she said, look, I have always paid my own homeowner's insurance. The only thing I pay to my lender is my escrows for my property taxes. And for some reason, the lender that's now servicing my loan, they have done this twice to me. Somehow, when they verified that I still had homeowner's insurance on my home, they mistakenly went and paid my homeowner's bill, which they are not supposed to do because I pay my own. I always have. So then what happened was she had a property tax shortfall in the escrow account because they spent the money on a bill they weren't supposed to pay. Lenders make mistakes. Lenders are run by human beings. So my response was, her name was just for the sake of identity, or let's say her name was Marie. I said, Marie, you are a very responsible woman. You pay your bills. You have great credit. You are highly responsible with your money. Why are you not paying your own property taxes? And she said, well, I don't know how. I've never done that. I said, hey, let me show you how. BSA Online. Let me show you how to create your own account online. You can stay on top of your taxes. And the beautiful thing is when the winter tax bill and the summer tax bill first come out, which is months before they're due, you already will see the tax increase. Even though the townships are sending you tax bills, you're probably not paying attention to them. So you will see it in real time what that increase looks like. And I'll go back to this screen here. You will see it right here. As soon as this bill came out, I was like, oh, wow, look at that. From last summer, when my taxes were $21.91, they are now $22.95. My summer tax bill went up $104. Look at my winter tax bill. Last year it was $1,023. This year it was $1,073. It went up $50. So annually, my taxes went up $159 a year. Instead of that going until it's too late, and now I get hit with a couple of cycles of back bills from my lender for an escrow account that's short, you know before the thing is even due that there's been a small increase in your taxes. You can make a nominal adjustment into what you're saving every month, and in this case, it would only be an extra $10, $15 a month added to your savings, and you'd be covered for the next tax cycle. But this is all about owning your own escrow account. You don't need the lenders to manage your money for you if you're responsible with your money. And I will go back to my disclaimer to close this out. This is for people who are financially responsible with their money. This is not for those who are not good at managing their money. If you have no self-control and you know if that money's sitting somewhere, you're going to go and use it when something's on sale and you just have to have that purse, or guys, you just got to get that new hunting apparel or something you've been waiting for, and you're like, I'll just take it out of my tax account and I'll replace it later. This is not for you. This is not for you. This is for the financially responsible, and this is some great advice. And if you want to know any more about how to set this up, feel free to call me. Contact number's right there. Give me a call. Be happy to, whether you're my mortgage client or not, if you would like some help on this, I'll be happy to help and get you set up and get you owning your own escrows, earning your own interest, and staying on top and paying your own bills instead of letting the lenders do it and potentially make mistakes and find out later on that you're short because you weren't paying attention. It was out of sight, out of mind, and now you have a escrow shortfall. And I'll tell you what, when people buy a new house, one of the biggest problems is when ownership of a home changes. That first next year, the taxes are going to shoot up, especially if the house you bought the person you bought the house from, has owned it for a long time. Their taxes have been capped. When you go into that next year, some people are seeing $300-400 a month increases in taxes, which can be enough for many people to lose their homes, that they can't afford it. When you're staying on top of your taxes, you will know what to expect. And I can help you to take the millages in your county based on your current assessed value and do the formula to figure out exactly what your taxes are supposed to be and exactly what they're going to be after that first year comes around when you bought a new home. I counsel every one of my home buyers on this very subject so they know what to expect. In some cases, they've bailed out on buying a house because they knew what was going to happen next year on the taxes. And you have to know that. I will always counsel people to do the right thing and be financially wise before it's just about trying to close a mortgage deal, because I don't want anybody to be in a situation where now 1 year into their home, they now can't afford their home, they can't put food on their table, and they're at risk of foreclosure on their home due to tax liens. So give me a call if you have any questions. I hope this helps. This is a very important topic, and we'll see you soon.